The regular season comes to a close with a top 30 duel here in Littlejohn Coliseum as we welcome you to the top 30 matchup between number 27 Clemson and number 25 Penn State. I'm Daniel Gilman, so happy to be with you here on ACC Network Extra as we get set for what should be an all-time duel with Clemson having two targets in mind. Now the Tigers are looking to get into the night session of the ACC Championships next weekend in Greensboro. In order to do that, they have to jump UNC, a team they are 7/100ths behind, .07 in the standings, the NQS rankings. Also, trailing that 26th spot as Clemson sits 27. In order to get into that first round of the NCAA tournament and avoid the play-in round that they lost to Iowa State last season in, Clemson will have to have a high score here over the next few weeks as we turn our action towards what should be a terrific couple of rotations. We start, of course, with vault for Clemson and bars for Penn State. And to set the scene, we will once again take you to the center of Littlejohn Coliseum, where we rewind to last week. In Clemson and Penn State, these teams are familiar with each other. They both competed in the George Washington University Tri-Meet 1 week ago, where Penn State put together their season high of a 196.675. Now, if Penn State is able to back that up with another 196.6, they will be securely into that field of top 26 teams and avoid the play-in round. Clemson put together their second highest score of the season last week with a 196.475, adding their highest of the season on beam and floor. But Coach Amy Smith celebrating a birthday today for the Tigers. She is targeting a 196.6 to try to bump out that top score and add another premier score and potentially get in to the ACC night session as we take a look at the Tigers. And once again, we will see Quinn Cool, the sophomore, leading things up on vault, where she has been so comfortable this season as the Nittany Lions on bars. One of their top routines last week with a 49.325. Just about a minute from action. Head coach for Penn State is Sarah Brown, the 8th year former Missouri Tiger all-conference standout, who took the Nittany Lions to their first regional final a season ago. They finished with their highest NQS score in program history with a 196.825. They are getting set for the Big Ten Championships in Ann Arbor next weekend. And then how about this, for the first time ever, Rec Hall, the historic facility up in State College, will host the regionals on April 2nd to the 5th. As always, a ruckus crowd here in Littlejohn for the final home match and meet here in season 2 for this new and certainly comfortable program that has been ingratiated by the fans and welcomed in fully on what has been a busy day here on campus, baseball and softball here at home. And yet a loud and ready crowd. On a good first routine to kickstart things for Quinn Cool. Now Cool with a Yurchenko full, that high start value of 9.9, coming off her career high of 9.875 a week ago. We'll see Cool on vault and beam, potentially bars as well. And as we swing over to the bars, we look at the 5th year senior out of Maryland in Maddie Johnston. Picked up her 5th individual title a week ago and gets to jam out here to Chapel Roan. And a stock finish here for Johnston. Now Penn State, they are not securely into that top 26. They're sitting just in that 25th spot. The difference in NQS between Clemson and Penn State is fractional. So the winner here tonight certainly feel comfortable as the fans jam out to Pink Pony Club, and Maggie Holman, sophomore from Raleigh. See her with a pike half. She also is coming off of a career high a week ago with a 9.875. And of course, 5 out of the 6 gymnasts will have their scores count in each routine. You can see the exhibitionist on each, Kate Bryan and Alison Kempfer. But of course, you have to wait for the judges to deliberate, give their score before the next gymnast can participate. So in a way, there's a little bit of a stall tactic that the judges made privy the student athletes to, as Maggie Holman has to wait a bit. And now the Quinn Cool score comes in as a 9.725. Clemson hoping that is a score that can be bumped out with 5 more strong ones as we get ready for the pike half here. One tiny step behind. See the fist pump from the assistant coach and Eric Lewis, or the associate head coach, I should say, as Lewis so connected with the gymnasts. And how about that? A huge score for Maddie Johnston. That is a career high for Johnston, 9.875, as the senior from Latvia, Alina Virova. If she could put together a 9.8 here, that would be a new career high for her as well. And another stick. Penn State off to a booming start here on the road, and I talked to Coach Sarah Brown, Region Coach of the Year a season ago, and she mentioned there have been some loud crowds this season, UCLA, of course, at home as well. But I'm not sure if they've experienced an environment like this, and this should prepare them for the postseason atmosphere, as Holman's 9.8 registers, and Madison Minner see a Tuck Yurchenko 1.5 here, coming off of a 9.85 a week ago. Oh, just a tiny bump forward, but certainly not something to be too worried with, as we'll see what the judges think about a little bit of movement there at the end from Minner. And we wait for Virova's score ahead of a superstar freshman coming off of the Freshman of the Week in the conference in Elizabeth Leary. Coming back towards home, a Raleigh native. .9.825 a week ago for Leary on bars as they await the Virova score. And there's your green flag from the judges. And a look to see at that last score from Johnston. She just had that bump down a bit from 9.875 to 9.750. So there must have been a small infraction that was not caught at first. Virova with a 9.8. Just a little bit of a bounce backwards from the freshman Leary. He picked up the first Penn State regular season weekly award with that Freshman of the Week honor after the George Washington Tri-Meet, as Clemson with 3 scores that they're not going to be too upset with, but certainly not in that 9.85 plus range, as Minner's 9.75 comes in. Tara Walsh and the Yurchenko 1.5 with a big hop there. And of course that 10-0 start value has a little bit more room for error than the Yurchenko full. So the grad senior here on senior night, Tara Walsh, followed by Another senior in Eve Jackson as we head back towards the uneven bars, where we will see the grad senior out of North Carolina, Gabrielle Galentine. Galentine comes off of a career high, a share of the bars title in GW with a 9-9 last week, and there have been 3 strong scores here for Penn State, 9-8s for Leary and Virova. Such a fun apparatus. If you have not been in person to a gymnastics meet, certainly advise it here next season. And just one little hop there from Galentine. She could be on her way to another score there in the 9-8s as the Nittany Lions strong on uneven bars. In fact, it is their top apparatus. They are 25th in the NQS on bars, 25th on beam as well. For Clemson, this is also their top in vault as Eve Jackson gets set. And the high-flying senior out of Los Angeles with a Yurchenko 1.5. Good for that start 10 value. Just a little hop backwards. And Jackson, who has had a couple 9-8s in the last few weeks, looks to put the team on her back as Tara Walsh with a 9.80. Matched Holman there, and as of now, Quinn Cool's 9.725, the score that Clemson is looking to bump. And how about a 9.850 for Galentine? Living up to the hype here, the Nittany Lions, who are 11-6 this season. 4-2 in dual meets, including a big upset win over Ohio State a few weeks ago on senior night. Jackson's 9.825 comes in, and the judges are starting to get a little bit smoother now as Danny Latronica, the freshman from Florida, coming off of a 9.875 on bars last week up in the nation's capital. Oh wow, the half twist on release and the stuck finish for Latronica. This is a Nittany Lion team that is playing well shorthanded. They are without the freshman of the year last season in Kalia McElligott. She's been out the last few weeks. Amani Herring, who was an NCAA individuals competitor in the tournament last year. She tore her Achilles early in the year, as did Jessica Johansson. As Molly Arnold, just her 3rd vault of the season, did not compete last week on vaults. Looking to put up a big score here with the Yurchenko 1.5. Just one little step forward keeps her from a monumental score, but Arnold is pumped up. If Clemson can get that 9.8 plus here, they can effectively secure the vault that they were looking for, bumping out the cool score that started the night. As we wait for Latronica and the final score to come in over on bars. There it is, another 9.85. Wow, Penn State. That's as pretty of a start as you could ask for on the road, as the grad senior Cassie Barbonente will anchor things. Barbonente with a career high last week. It was such a strong performance for Penn State, their highest bars of the season. You can kind of go free and smooth here if you're Barbonente, because you know that if you have less than a 9.8, your score doesn't count. Got to be no better feeling for an anchor. And just one little hop back finishes off a tremendous routine and a secure apparatus. Penn State brought quite the crowd as well. They filled out their pass list with over 60 friends and family making the trip down here to Littlejohn Coliseum. As Kate Bryant, the sophomore from Colorado, with a Yurchenko full here as an exhibition. There's a strong routine for Bryant to take us into the second rotation of the night after Allison Kampfer, freshman from Florida, will finish things off with an exhibition on bars. That'll round out the first rotation. Penn State with a bit of a lead with a very strong start on bars, 49-1. Clemson not too far behind, just shy of a 49 on vaults. So these two sides will swap. We'll head into our touch break. Come back in a few minutes here on the ACC Network Extra.
Without any of the ways, they just mean so much to you.
So we get ready for our second rotation. So happy to be with you here on ACC Network Extra. I'm Daniel Gilman. As a strong start from Penn State kickstarts this top 30 duel. It's Ellie Monahan with a strong start on vault, a Suk tuck full. Of course, a 9-9 start value there for Monahan, the freshman from Ohio, who leads things off on vault. So we move over to bars, where Dakota Berry took over as the leadoff last week, put together a 9-7. Now, Coach Smith was happy, but wanted her to attack a little bit more. See how that attacking begins here for the sophomore out of California. How's that for an attack? A stuck routine for Berry, although a little bit of a wobble. So we'll see what the judges say about that. Nevertheless, certainly something that the coach and teammates wanted to see there on a rotation for Clemson that they are strong at, 28th in the nation on bars. Penn State on vault, a little bit of a challenge for them, 30th. Now, floor is really where Penn State has struggled this season, so we'll see how that carries into rotation 3. Is Monahan with a 9.725. We'll see a front handspring, front pike here for Virova. That 9-9 start value. Just a tiny hop. So she comes off of a career high. 9.85, her career high on vault. This will be an opportunity now to see if Clemson can take advantage where they hold the edge on the season here in this rotation. Dakota Berry with a very comfortable start. That's kind of a baseline 9.75 to give the rest of the team a little confidence to go all out. As Eve Jackson feels like her routines on bars have been better than what she's been getting scored at. 9.775 last week. Last home match, 9.825. So see how this high flyer here on senior night. One of 4 seniors in the second season for Clemson. There you see the second score for Penn State, identical 9.725s. A near perfect routine for Eve Jackson, just a small hop there at the end, but that should be a good tone setter to see where these judges are feeling on this regular season finale here in Littlejohn. Now, talking to the head coach, Amy Smith, it is her birthday today. She did say she would love a 10 for the first time in program history on her birthday. Now, for fans familiar with the program, you might have to wait for Jackson and Clark on floor to have a chance at that. As we head back over to vault, and it's Kampfer, the freshman from Florida, with the Yurchenko full. Strong takeoff, just a smooth routine altogether, a tiny bump on that jump there at the end from Kampfer. Penn State hoping she can put together a 9.8 just to set the tone here for the final 3 routines. So you see that Nittany Lion hat that those student athletes don. Now the Nittany Lion, I don't see him in attendance here today. It is the oldest mascot in college sports. Goes back to 1921. As Jackson with a 9.850. That is the highest score she's had since opening day out in OKC. As it will start the night for the senior Lauren Rutherford. Just one apparatus for Rutherford. Coming off of 3 straight 9.8s. Sit back and enjoy. Great way to celebrate senior night. If you've got one chance to shine, you've got to make it count. Rutherford, who has competed on vault and floor in the past, transfer from NC State. Vault and floor last season for Clemson. This season, just bars, battling through an injury. She's looking for one event win as we head over to Elizabeth Leary, the standout freshman, and that's a tremendous Yurchenko full. She's chasing a 9.85 for career high. Funny enough for Leary, one of the only all-arounds, maybe the only all-around that will compete tonight. This will be her 9th all-around performance of the season. All 4 apparatuses, she has the same career high, 9.85. As Rutherford's score upon evaluation will lead to a really fun routine here for Hannah Clark. Freshman Clark on the ACC newcomer watch list this season. Has won bars twice this year, including a 9.875, both on the road and at home. As Rutherford comes in with a 9.65, so must have had a couple deduction points there from Rutherford. So that puts a little extra pressure on the last 3 as you target Rebecca Wells there, the anchor, on her senior night, the first Clemson gymnast rounding out her career. Leary comes in with that 9.775, so it's a little bit of a step back here at vault for Penn State after such a strong bars routines. Big step back. Hannah Clark hoping that that's the only points that are deducted from that routine, as the freshman from California will hand it off to the sophomore Quinn Cool. But first we head over to the 5th-year senior in Maddie Johnston, another Yurchenko full. Now we'll only have one 10-0 start value, and that'll be Salcedo to anchor it. That is a perfect routine, a stuck landing for Johnston. She comes off of a 9.925 last week. This is a routine and a location, of course, new to Penn State on the road here at Clemson. But you mentioned the comfort of knowing that you're playing against the same team you faced last week, as these two teams were both in the tri-meet in DC. So I'm expecting a high score there from Johnston as we still await Clark, and there is a 9.825, so another 9.8 plus here for Clemson, and a strong score for Hannah Clark. Her 7th 9.8 or higher this season on bars. We may see Clark over on beam as well, where she made her debut last week. And now Cool. 3 straight 9.8s for Quinn Cool. About a little bit of pressure, that 9.65 looming large from Rutherford, as Johnston's 9.875 comes in to lead the way for Penn State. And nearly a fall there from Cool, but she keeps her composure. Quincredible, her nickname. A small bounce backwards, but should be enough to continue the run of higher than Rutherford's score. And despite wanting to win this duel, Clemson just has one target in mind. That's at a 1.966. So that would be 4.92 around for each routine, or each rotation, but Clemson had a 4.9. And so now we'll see Salcedo with an Emelianchik. Oh my goodness, the high difficulty there. A half turn onto the table and a front pike off. The only 10-0 start value for the Nittany Lions, and certainly a unique routine here at the college level, the Emelianchik, where Salcedo has had career highs of 9-9 both times that she has put together that routine. That should be a strong score for the 5 and 6 spot here for Penn State. Cool, 9.825. So if Wells, the grad senior out of Tennessee, can get higher than a 9.7, that would be the job well done. Of course, she targets that 9.9, which would give Clemson a strong bars score. Dismount, big step, and a good routine here on senior night for the first student athlete to sign and compete for Clemson Gymnastics. Two-time AAI award nominee Rebecca Wells. Meanwhile, Salcedo with a 9.750, so that finishes off the vault for Penn State at a 48.85. So a bit of a step back, quite a step back, in fact. Following the 49.1 on vault, and a big deliberation here for Wells. Excited to see Wells produce a new beam routine. It might be an exhibition next rotation, as we follow the senior transfer from Utah State, who followed her head coach in Amy Smith to start this Clemson program. Will be an emotional senior night celebration following the meet. There's a 9.8. How about that for pressure? Clemson steps up following the misstep from Rutherford, produces 3 consecutive 9.8s to put together a 49.05. So Clemson gets those 2 rotations out of the way, and it will clear the table for their challenge rotation in beam, which is where Clemson really needs to step up. Beam, their season high last week with a 49.05. The Tigers will need to put together a 49.2, 49.3 on each of the next 2 apparatuses to try to target that 1966. And I'm going to take a break, come back and give you the score from United around the league. Some ACC scores, especially UNC. The team that UNC is leading in the ACC is Clemson. Just .07 ahead in the NQS. And this is the final night to try to secure their spot in the night session of the ACCs. We're gonna step away here on the ACC Network Extra. So we're at the halfway point here in this ACC Big Ten duel. Daniel Gilman, so happy to be with you. Kevin Smith, the producer here this evening, as North Carolina, I got some bad news for Clemson fans. They put together their highest score of the season, a 196-75 against Western Michigan. So that should all but secure UNC into that night session. But Clemson still with a very high target in mind, and that is to jump Arizona State and get into the top 26 of the NQS and avoid the play-in round that Clemson had to experience last season down in Gainesville. And so these two rotations, very important. You see the score on the bottom right. The Tigers have a slight lead and enter now their challenge routines on beam, where the Tigers are 36th. Penn State also in their challenge rotation, 43rd in the NQS, as Hannah Clark, sit back and enjoy. She led off beam for the first time, her first beam routine of the season last week. Penn State getting set for floor. Beautiful front toss. Acro series coming now. Remember, that beam is just about the width of an iPhone. At a 9.750, front toss, backhand spring, round off, double full for the club national beam champion, who has been propelled into service due to injuries in her second beam routine of her freshman season. And Hannah Clark leads it off strongly as Ashley Mull, called the tone setter from Coach Sarah Brown, the sophomore from Texas, with a 9.7 last week here on floor. Getting ready for her final pass. Strong routine to kickstart what has been a very difficult rotation for the Nittany Lions. Now, last week a 49 flat on floor, their first 49 since January, as Hannah Clark's 9.775 sets the tone. A new career high on beam, and now Bree Clark, one Clark to the other. Bree has had 3 straight 9.8s here on beam. You'll see a standing front tuck, very difficult routine for the superstar junior. This is the Bree Clark who is on Good Morning America, Sports Center. The only gymnast to successfully complete the Biles 1 a few weeks ago, the tri-meet, Texas Western and New Hampshire. Small jump, but a near flawless routine. Mall comes in with a 9.725 as Ellie Monahan, another underclassman on this young Nittany Lions team. If you missed it earlier, 3 starters missing for Penn State, including last season's Freshman of the Year in Kalia McElligott. A couple season-ending injuries as well have plagued Penn State, as Monahan coming off her career high on floor, 9.75. Stuck landing there, and she is enjoying herself, the freshman. Penn State's first trip here to Clemson on final pass. That was a smooth finish as well. It's gotta be a good finishing feeling here, knowing you absolutely crushed your routine. And that's exactly what Penn State needed, as Bree Clark registers another 9.8 plus, her 4th straight with a 9.825. And again, Clemson really needs somewhere in the low 49s here these last 2 routines, as the long-awaited return of Lily Lippett, who is unavailable last week, making her return. We'll just see her on beam and floor. Back-to-back 9.8s for Lippett. Sophomore out of Ohio. Last season's ACC Newcomer of the Year. She has not won a beam event this season. Might tonight be the first. Front aerial, backhand spring swing down. Good finish for Lippitt. The first high school signee in program history, and Lippitt, who enrolled back in the fall of 22, has been with the program a long time now. And it moves over back to floor with a freshman from Florida, Allison Kampfer. Also had a career high last week. It was such a strong showing in DC. So many career highs, 12 total individual career highs for the Nittany Lions. A 9.875 on floor last week for Kampfer. Oh, a great launch, but a little bit of a misstep there on the follow-through finish. She was able to stay inside the purple. So strong routine for the freshman Kampfer. Lily Lippitt with a 9.8. Now Tara Walsh, the grad senior. She's had a couple tough weeks on beam. 9.6, 9.6 the last two meets on senior night. Wouldn't this be a time to shine? Her season high 9.875. Fans are loving it. Just need the dismount here for Walsh. Nine 9.7 for Kampfer, so 3 straight 9.7s for Penn State. Clemson a chance to capitalize. And a stuck landing on senior night for Walsh. Can you see how much that means to her? Walsh at her third school. Transferred from Auburn to Michigan State and will finish her career here at Clemson. And if Clemson puts together a strong night and ACCs, and they will be playing in the regionals April 2nd. Now over to Elizabeth Leary. Career high 9.85 last week on floor. We're gonna see a front handspring, front double pull, into a double pull, to a punch front. So keep an eye on this. One of 3 tumbling passes for the Nittany Lions, along with Kramer and Misura, who we'll see to finish it off. Very hard to maintain throughout a long season, and here we sit, the 18th meet of the year for Penn State. Great finish on that. So now Sierra Church makes her debut here tonight, coming off of an event win in DC of a 9.875 here on beam. One of 3 in her 2-year career. For Walsh comes in, her second highest of the season and of her career. And a big time for it. Clemson is absolutely flourishing here on their least strong rotation of the season. There would certainly be a high score needed here on beam to bump up that NQS. Tiny hop, but another near flawless routine. And the Tigers are buzzing here at home in front of a near sellout crowd. Clemson put together 6 straight sellouts dating from last season into this season. That's over 8,500 fans here in Littlejohn. As the Tigers are currently 6th in the nation in total attendance, 7th in average attendance, as Alyssa Kramer, the sophomore from State College, so a hometown Lion, has been bumped up from anchor to 5, coming off her career high of 9.9. As we'll see one of these 3 tumbling passes. And holding the pose, and the Nittany Lions section is bouncing right there in front of those gymnasts. (9-7) for Sierra Church. And now Quinn Cool. See this triple series from Cool, coming off of a 9.85 last week. Her career high is 9.875. 2 exhibitions as well for Clemson. The long-awaited return of Kylan McCright, and Rebecca Wells working on a few new moves on beam. The highest score for floor so far for Penn State is Alyssa Kramer, sophomore, with a 9.85. Slight lead in the bottom right. That is live with Sierra Church, the 9-7. Allison Camp for the 9-7 as well, hoping to be bumped. Small jump, but all smiles from Quinn Credible. Tigers hoping to deliver their coach a birthday present here late on this Friday night, an 8 o'clock start, as we will see the debut of the freshman, Bella Misura, who missed the fall with an injury. See one of those tumbling passes with a front handspring, front double pull. Not quite yet. But if Misura can come up with a big number here, Penn State will have some momentum moving in to the beam. Look at that cool score on the right, about to come in, hoping it's above a 9-7, the Tigers are. Penn State in the same boat here with the collegiate debut of the freshman from Massachusetts. That's a strong pass. And that should be the finish that Penn State was looking for after an inconspicuous start to the rotation with those 3.97 plus. And 9.825, 9.85. But Quinn Cool comes in with a confident 9.825. So another 49 plus here for the Tigers. They continue to expand on their scores. Started with a 48.975. Then moved into a 49.05. Now a 49.075. As Penn State with a 48.85 on consecutive routines. It was a good score from Kramer. 9.850 on her collegiate debut. As McWright fights to stay up. There's the return for Kylan McWright, the redshirt junior out of Florida. We have not seen since February 9th. She was an All-ACC selection on beam last year, and there's an emotional moment with her and her head coach. Clemson will have one more on exhibition, and it'll be Rebecca Wells on her senior night. Listen to this, she's checking out a new beam routine. Instead of the round off double full, See a side aerial gainer back full onside. Get set for Wells. A little bump there on the finish. But that'll round out the home career of Rebecca Wells. It has been a fun one for a monumental piece to this Clemson gymnastics puzzle. We're gonna step away as Clemson takes that slight lead, just above a 1/10 of a lead on Penn State, into the final rotation, where we will see the standouts in Bree Clark and Eve Jackson on floor next. welcome into Club Littlejohn. Over 5,000 screaming fans. Get ready for what they've been waiting for, what you've been waiting for, the floor for the Tigers for the final time here in 2025. I'm Daniel Gilman, so happy to be with you. I'm here meshed into it all. The student section behind me and the floor right in front. So glad you've been with us here on this Friday night between number 25 Penn State, number 27 Clemson. The Tigers hold a tight lead heading into this final rotation, and we will see the likes of the ACC Specialist of the Week in Bree Clark, who competed and completed the first Biles 1 2 weeks ago. Now, she will not be performing the Biles here tonight. It'll just be a double layout. Front lay, front full, front tuck on the last pass. That's all. But you'll have to wait her turn. Meanwhile, Penn State on beam. That is their strongest apparatus. They're 25th of the nation, and a chance for Sarah Brown's Nittany Lions to grab victory out of the jaws of defeat here on this Friday night and secure Penn State's spot in the top 26 ahead of the Big Ten Championships next week in Ann Arbor. Meanwhile, the Tigers are hoping to jump Arizona State into the top 26 and avoid the play-in round of the NCAAs. A look at the lineup. Ashley Moll will lead things off. Confidence builder, says her head coach of Moll, in that important leadoff spot on beam as Madison Minner, who started on floor last week, her first time leading off this season, had a 9.875 as the Tigers put together their best floor exercises of the season with a 49.375 in DC. Now, Penn State and Clemson, they were both there. Penn State put together their season high, 9.196.675. They're gonna start in just under 2 minutes. Join you then. So the touch period comes to a close. Minner, Arnold, Holman, Jackson Clark, and then how about Lippitt, who gets tasked as the anchor on floor. What will be an electric atmosphere. Lippitt, who has an emotional routine, very much geared around the Clemson football crowd and their chants. And if you haven't seen Bree Clark, just wait. Oh my God. Clemson with victories today in baseball and softball, looking for a 3-0 night on campus. Softball back in action tomorrow at 1 o'clock against UNC. I'll be on the call on the ACC Network Extra. Sunday at 1 as well, weather permitting. So Ashley Mall will lead things off. See a triple series on beam. Trying to set the tone here for the Nittany Lions.
Let's get fired up right here, right now.
So we move over to floor, where the fans have been waiting. And it's Madison Minner to kick things off. Coming off of that career high, 9.875. A rock and roll here on senior night. Regular season finale, our first pass. Minner, a local kid who had to wait a year to walk on. Certainly a worthwhile endeavor. See her teammates cheering her on, including Trinity Brown, who had that tough injury early in the season. There is Brown over on the left. And that leg brace. So a strong start from Minner. Here's Elizabeth Leary. Opens with that triple series. We'll see something fun here. Her eyes are gonna leave the beam on this sheep jump. Take a look at her head. strong finish. Take a look at that score from Mall and Minner. 9-8, 7-5 for Penn State's leadoff, 9-8 for Clemson's. As the redshirt junior from Minnesota, Molly Arnold, who has competed on floor in every meet this season, 4 9-8s or higher, with a season high 9-9 a few weeks ago against Stanford. Very strong start for Arnold. Clemson coming off of a 49-3-7-5, their season high on floor last week. Looking to finish off the home season strong. Seven from Leary. There's a big smile on the face of Arnold. One of her strongest routines of the season, no doubt. Needed it and got it. Coach Smith over here by the student section trying to pump up the crowd as the freshman, Ellie Monahan, comes off of a career high on beam of 9.75 last week. Front tuck. The Acro series coming. Oh. Able to just stay on, but you see the deduction being made there by the judge in the background. As you get set for the dismount. Front tuck to a backhand spring swing down and a little hop. But there will be some deductions there for the freshman Monahan, who nearly fell off the beam. And it sets the stage for Maggie Holman. Back-to-back 9-8s for Holman on floor. Following that Arnold 9-8-7-5. A little bit of a stumble there on the first pass. Keep an eye out, every Clemson gymnast puts up a 2 to celebrate and honor this second team of Clemson gymnastics. Beautiful front handspring into that pose. And the Tigers are buzzing, looking for 3 consecutive 9-8s to start the scoring here on floor, as Monahan with a much-needed 9-8, and that's with the deduction. Meanwhile, Elizabeth Leary, who had that 9-7, finishes off her all-around with a 39-1. As Isabella Salcedo, she had a slip-on beam last week, a 9.275. Tough routine, a front tuck, front stand. She does it from a complete stand. So many gymnasts run into it, so keep an eye on this difficult routine. Able to keep her balance here. Nearly a stuck there. Meanwhile, let's go over a few of the event winners tonight. Maddie Johnston wins vault with a 9.875. 3 tie the bars event with Eve Jackson, Danny Lutronica, and Gabrielle Galentine with a 9.85. Still have beam and floor up for grabs. Ashley Mull leading the way with beam right now at that 9.875 is Eve Jackson, and the ESPN headline comes in. Jackson, the niece of Deshaun Jackson, the daughter of Byron Jackson, who both played in the NFL. Coming off of a 9.9 Jackson, looking for another. The height, unmatched. To a little LA flavor for the Los Angeles native. Love seeing these gymnasts provide some of their own flair into these floor routines. Oh, tremendous. Just able to keep her balance. We'll see if that loses her a 10th or a 100th of a point. But the big show coming up next in Bree Clark. And the 2 thrown up at the end. Now Danny Lutronica. We have that 9.875 on bars. Coming off of a career high on beam, we'll see the sheep jump here from Lutronica. 9.85 last week here on the balance beam. Meanwhile, Jackson just shy of a 10. Had a 10 from one judge and a 9.9 from the other. Eve is putting up a big score here in a minute. Wait till the crowd hears it. If tonight is the night for Bree Clark, Clemson looking for their first perfect 10 in program history. 9.875 for Jackson. So that first score comes out, and then a bit of a deduction maybe for that stumble in the corner. Bumps her down from a 9.95 to a 9.875. Meanwhile, Latronica struggling to keep her balance. Leary is the score that Penn State is looking to bump out at 9.7. And here we go, the stage is now set for the Tiger Roar. This first pass will see a double layout. Wow. She does it with ease. The redshirt junior from Alabama. Wait for the final pass. That's when we're going to see the front lay, front full, front tuck. No one has more fun than Bree Clark. She's been in the national spotlight the last few weeks on Good Morning America, ESPN Sports Center, to talk about the historic feat. How smooth was that? Might that be it? Might that be the 10 that Coach Smith is begging for? Looking for the first 10 in program history. And the Tiger athletes, both in attendance and the gymnasts on the floor, are hoping for it. And we will stay tuned with a couple more routines to go. The anchors to follow here. Maddie Johnston needing to keep her cool following Latronica's 9.8. That's a pretty friendly score of the 9.8 for Latronica. I did mention, beam is the strongest apparatus for Penn State. 25th in the nation in NQS. Everybody awaiting the judge, who turns over a score that is sub 10. And a bit disheartening to the fans here and the coaching staff for Clemson. You'll see the Clark score here in a moment. 9-9 for Bree Clark as Johnston sticks her landing. And Lily Lippett will finish things off here in this dual meet to wrap up the regular season. Now, Lily made a few changes here on floor. Had to add a leap before the last pass. And instead of a back handspring, we'll see a round-off double back. As Clemson, with a 49-3 as it stands, looking to bump that 9.8 from Minner. A chance with a 9.9 to get up to 1965. Should be a top 3 score this season for the Tigers. As Lippett awaits the green flag. And she is ready to roll. The final routine of the night. Football atmosphere that Lippett brings. She missed last weekend's tri-meet in DC. Thumbs up through warm-ups. Round off double back with a multitude of height. Johnston's final score comes in with a 9.875, but Clemson has owned the night with a victory here against Penn State. And a top 25 win as the Tigers might have just jumped into the top 26 in the NQS. Everyone on their feet here in Littlejohn. The final pass of the night. Oh, just a bit of a stutter step, but Littlet able to keep her cool and finish the night strong, honoring the seniors to finish the regular season here in Littlejohn. We do have a few exhibitions, but I want to thank you so much for joining us here on the ACC Network Extra. If Lippitt surpasses 9.8, that final score will be above 1964. Regardless, 1964, good for the third best score this season for the Clemson Tigers, and certainly an optimistic entry into the postseason. Looks to be a 9-9 potential for Lippitt, waiting on any late adjustments from the judges. It is a couple infraction points, but above Minner, 9.825. So Clemson finishes it with a 1.96.425. Back-to-back weeks with 1.964s for the Tigers. You can sit back and enjoy these last two exhibition runs. Clemson basketball about to get underway in the ACC semifinals. What a night it's been for the Tigers. They win in baseball, softball, and gymnastics. As I sign off here on ACC Network Extra, Daniel Gilman here, wishing everyone a good night as Tara Walsh and Dakota Berry finish it off here on floor for exhibition for Clemson.